there is something that has gone and is legitimately lost, and that is your freedom as an individual human being to be free, to do your own thinking, to be your own person. That is lost. You have been taken over and you don't even know it. And he said that the reason why? Cause and effect. The people who are behind the scenes of government in this country, their greatest enemy is you.
Just ignore you, leave you alone.
I think at one time or another we've all questioned as to whether all that we see and are experiencing in our world has some sort of a rational plan behind it. Because we understand now that both the Republican and the Democratic Party in our country are basically run by the same people. The same money finances both sides. We now know, of course, through the work of many historians who have spent their life working on research that show us that both sides of world conflicts have always been financed by the same people.
Question what you see, it's not reality. Question what you see and what you're told. You're dumbed down by TV, so full of apathy. Question everything and use your mind. Question what you see, it's not reality. Question what you see and what you're told. You're dumbed down by TV and full of apathy. Question everything and use your mind.
To do your own thinking, to be your own person, that is lost. You have been taken over and you don't even know it. And he said that the reason why is because you don't read, you don't think, you want to be entertained by Bugs Bunny, Big Top Pee-wee. All you want is your recapable tires, like he said, and all of your creature comforts, and you don't want to put yourself out, and so consequently, you have not defended your freedoms, and if you don't defend your freedoms and your rights, you don't have a chance for it. Cause and effect. Cause and effect.
Worldwide fraternal organization that is powerful enough, old enough, and wise enough to operate behind all governments in the world, behind fraternal institutions, monetary systems in the world, and yes, they are in fact connected.
Welcome to the Echo on TV. Today, as you know, we have wonderful people here as guests. I started from my dear friend Michael on the left. How are you, Michael?
I'm doing well, thanks.
Wonderful, wonderful. And on
left.
yes, on the left again.
The far left.
Yeah, the far left.
Or your
would be
right
Standish.
at home.
Yes.
Yeah.
Standish.
Standish, how are you doing?
I'm awesome.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Go ahead and scoot your mic over, Standish. Make sure everything's close to your mouth. There you go.
Yes.
Go ahead and scoot it close to Mike. So that kind of angle.
When you look this way, you'll be talking into.
Not quite so far.
This gets edited, right? We're not live.
Yes.
Well,
Okay.
and then On the right, I have Jim, dear friend Jim. How are you doing, Jim? And I know you have
I'm old, but I'm good. Thank you.
and the new guest that we have on the panel is Casey, and Casey just talked on 9/11 Truth about his experience, and I'm very glad that to have you on this show. The show that we have, The Echo, as you know, talks about lots of different things, but mainly the things that they don't want you to know. So we cover that. And last week, if you remember, Standish was talking about the awareness of the troops. Actually, he mentioned something about the troops. Troops are waking up. And that is very important. I'm talking about the situation in Iraq. And I want to confirm that. And it is very true that people are waking up, but most of all is troops, because troops are involved in this stage war by globalists and by those who, private bankers, by those who are in the arm industry and weapon industry and things like that. And so, but troops are involved in it in day-to-day situations. So
Right,
you're absolutely right.
And the reason I brought that up was the Vietnam War ended because the troops said enough is enough, in essence.
Yes.
And a term which we don't hear about today, fragging, occurred
Yes.
in Vietnam.
What's
where
fragging?
It happened early in Iraq also. I don't know that
Yeah,
it's
that's true. There were a
Oh,
couple
okay.
incidents,
Just
you're
a
right.
couple.
But in
a couple.
Vietnam, there were enlisted men, and everybody in the Iraq and Afghanistan war joined up and agreed to do this.
Well, no, that's not true. I'll take umbrage with the term war with anyone. It is an invasion. And B, the National Guard got roped into it.
Mm-hmm.
You have what we call weekend warriors that, in essence, were our militia, because the state militia, the Ohio National Guard, came from what was the state militia. The U.S. Military took it over and rolled the National Guard into the military. That was a
This
major...
just proves
And
how
I
young
guess
I am
I'd
compared
take
to you
umbrage
guys.
also with the fact that the statement, the assertion that everybody in the military now is there voluntarily. We have now economic conscription. People can't find a job, and so they join the military.
Very true.
Or to get a college education.
Get both.
You know,
Both those.
all this is understandable, but I'm saying that fragging occurred in the Vietnam War
Yeah.
because
They were
thousands
saying
of
they were
guys
drafted.
in, and they did
yeah.
not have the commitment. To
Boy, am I glad they don't have the
also say what
draft.
fragging is, because I think Casey said what's fragging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fragging, in essence, is the killing of, and I would say it had to have been an officer. I don't know if you would say other enlisted.
Not
well,
generally.
you remember
Not
Kubrick's
generally.
film Full Metal Jacket?
Yeah.
Right.
Good movie.
Was that guy a non-commissioned officer, or was he an officer?
I didn't see that one.
It's been a long time since I've seen
I
that
saw
film.
Apocalypse Now, and what was the other one? I'm brain farting on the. But one sergeant shoots another sergeant.
Killing Fields?
No, that was.
Okay.
But to circle back, the
Anyway.
reason I brought that up was there's been a lot of saber rattling, as there was for Iraq, to go into Iran.
Yeah.
And
You must have a few feelings about that.
yeah.
Yeah.
My feeling right now is relief, because they would send bombers. If they're going to send bombers, they're going to send them on a time when there's no moon. And we've just passed the new moon, so the moon is up again. It didn't happen on the 9th, 10th. This is the 11th. It still hasn't happened. So we're breathing a little sigh of relief. Perhaps they'll do it next time around. but
Next
we
month,
should-
you mean?
Oh, you're
Yeah.
saying that because they didn't do it on the full moon, they most likely won't
No
do
moon.
it.
No, zero moon. They want as little
Yeah.
daylight or moonlight as possible if they're going to